I leave in exactly 2 hours, so I'm saying a final goodbye to my room. I am going to miss it a lot. It was so spacious. In Milan, I'm just gonna be crammed up inside a shoebox, I feel like. Can't wait for that.
وإضاءة علامة ربط
Hi guys, so we're headed to Pisa right now. We've been running around since morning. It's been crazy, but the way to Pisa is extremely beautiful. I will put in some clips here. I would like to give my first impressions of being here in Italy. And I'm saying this in general and not criticizing Italy as a whole, but I feel like the world as a whole is just moving behind. There are very subtle signs of racism here, like performing checks on specifically Indians. Like the other day, I had to buy things from IKEA for my room, and I didn't see them checking anyone, but they checked our bill, which was weird, because why would you do that specifically to us and not to anybody else? Which is sad. Anyways, I am excited for what's ahead, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated. As I take you guys along with me, I want to share some lessons I've learned living alone in a new country for 4 months so far. But before that, honestly, arriving here didn't feel magical to me. If it were a short vacation, maybe it would have felt that way. But the uncertainty of the future was overwhelming. I've lived alone before back in India, but that was the familiar. When the romanticized idea of Milan became a reality, everything started stressing me out. Little things like understanding the public transport, making your own food, and figuring out the permesso di soggiorno. If you live here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everything felt like such a huge task. I was lucky though to meet people who were generous enough to help me out in ways both big and small. My first lesson that I learned living here would be talk to everyone. You don't have to be best friends, but just open the door. You never know when you might find a connection. This is coming from a shy introvert, but living in a new country has introduced me to people from all over the world. I've met some amazing people who I seemingly have nothing in common with, but I've learned so much from them. Initially, I had this preconceived notion that I probably wouldn't connect with people who were younger than me, since we'd be at different points in our lives. But I was completely wrong. Sometimes people surprise you in the most beautiful ways. Well, taking a pause from all that, can we please appreciate how magical the streets of Florence are? I was truly in love. It felt like living inside a fairy tale. I couldn't visit Florence without seeing the Uffizi and the David, so I did exactly that. I also had my amazing parents there looking at all these masterpieces with me. I'm so grateful for them because honestly, more than just enjoying the art, they were there for me. Looking at artworks by these old masters was a surreal feeling. I don't even know how to describe it, but they were right there, carving those sculptures from nothing or bringing life to a canvas that was once blank. Seeing the layers in the texture, the trials, and the sketches made before the final David, it reminded me that they too struggled with self doubt and worked in isolation. It took them years to create these things, yet today we like to rush everything. We barely take it all in. It's something I've experienced too while creating my own artworks and publishing them online. I felt this constant pressure since I might only finish one painting every few months. I'd worry about the audience having to look at the same thing for so long. I forgot to give myself a little grace and to just enjoy the process a little more.
Just as I do, and you see I forgot. You have to stay there at least as minimum 5 days, 1 day each land, okay? So today we are going to have an adventure. Steepness, the resin was created by building dry stone walls all along the coast. And you see those